Hey everybody, thank you for clicking on the link. If you're watching this, I guess you're interested in Turbo Carver and how it works. High-speed rotary tool. This is a review video. If you know me, I can be pretty harsh with review videos, even with products that I love. So you're going to get a little bit of the pros, a little bit of the cons. This is not a how-to video on how to use it. There are plenty of those out there. I will cover a few things. I did do an unboxing video a while back, literally only 2 minutes, just so you see everything that comes with it when you do purchase it. So let's get into the review. It is going to be some talking, so hope you like it. Alright, we're going to start out with the pros and then we'll move on to the cons, but first of all let me show you what the Turbo Carver is actually. Alright, so here we have our handpiece. You have an inline filter, that's what it comes with, okay? An inline gauge, and they recommend running it at 42 psi, so that's what I do. Then you have an inline foot pedal, so you turn it on and off using your foot pedal. And then on the end here, it just comes with that little black part on there screwed. Let's see if we can focus. And then I added the quick connect to use it with my air compressor. So what exactly is great about the Turbo Carver and what do I like about it? Well, first off, it is a high-speed carver. So it is powered by air, so I use, like I said, an air pump to run it. And it runs up to 400,000 RPMs per minute compared to something like a Dremel that runs up to usually about 35,000 rotations per minute. Because of the high speed, there is no vibrating when you are carving, so you get extremely accurate carving when you do use it. Works extremely well, in my opinion, from my experience with diamond dust burrs, doing stuff like cursive lettering. It's just very smooth, so you don't have a lot of catching on the material just because it is cutting so fast. Next thing is, there's no oil involved. Some hand pieces, high-speed carvers, do involve oil, and this does not. The oil is encased in the bearings, so you do not have to worry about that, so definitely a plus for me. I got a cheat sheet over here if you haven't noticed. And then it's freaking small, so it's 4 inches overall length, and then 1/2 inch wide, okay? And then you have the burrs that it uses are 1/16 inch dentist burrs. You just pop them out using this quick thumb thing, and then just pop them back in. Now a few of the cons with the Turbo Carver, and then we'll chat a little bit after that. So first off, it does go up to 400,000 RPMs, but, okay, there's kind of a catch to that. When you are actually carving and you're putting a load on the burr itself, the rate diminishes quite significantly, okay? On the website, they do actually say under load, so while you are carving, it will actually be spinning at about 180,000 to 300,000 RPMs. So free spinning, 400,000, that's what they are advertising this goes up to, but in reality, while you are carving, it's not going that fast. Now, granted, it's a lot faster than a Dremel, but just keep that in mind, you're not actually getting 400,000 RPMs per minute while you are carving. And you will notice while you're carving, especially on bone, that it will literally stop kind of continuously as you carve when you put pressure on it. Now they hedge this in their advertising by saying, let the carver do the work. Okay, so if you read into that more, what they're saying is you have to go really slow because otherwise your rotations are going to be non-existent. It's literally going to stop because the handpiece has pretty much no torque whatsoever, okay? Which is fine, just because you're not really going to use it for carving out loads of material or like large areas of bone, in my case, when I'm carving skulls. Another con in my books is that you are limited to only using the 16th inch dental style burrs. With Dremel, with an adjustable chuck, you kind of can pretty much use any type of burr there is out there, which I think is awesome. But this, you are limited to what is available. Again, there are lots of burrs available, but it's not like a Dremel where you can just pick up any burr and use it. Another con I've run into while using this is the air hose itself. Generally, with another handpiece like a Dremel or Fordham, you can hang it up and your handpiece hangs down, okay? With this, with the tubing that they send, you have to use the foot pedal, and it kind of limits you to having to put your tube down on the ground, so it's coming from underneath you instead of hanging above. So it just kind of seems to get in your way a lot while you are carving. Again, it's not a huge deal, but it's just something I notice all the time when I am using it. Okay, now my thoughts on the Turbo Carver. Would I recommend purchasing one? Absolutely. If you're carving skulls and you're kind of beginner going into intermediate, or you're anything above intermediate, I would highly recommend getting some type of high-speed carver. I personally like the Turbo Carver for the different reasons that I covered already. A couple of things to keep in mind. You will have to have your own air compressor, but otherwise it does come with everything you need to run it. This is the thing. This is actually harder to use than a Dremel in the sense of it cuts a lot easier. And you would think that would be a better thing, which it is, but it takes more skill to cut with a high-speed carver. Just because with a Dremel you have that resistance when you are carving, which I personally like, but with a high-speed carver, it's like cutting butter, and the chances of you messing up are a lot higher. So there is a learning curve when you buy one of these and you start using it. You will notice immediately that if your hands are shaky, then that's going to show up in your carving. So keep that in mind. But I would recommend purchasing one. Like again, I said, it's $325 for one. Go out there and buy you one. Definitely a good purchase. I use it maybe 2 or 3% of the time. If you follow me, you'll probably notice that. And that's just because most of the time I'm cutting out larger areas of bone. I like a torque with a Dremel. Not to make this a Dremel review, but I'm just telling you why. I just use this for like cursive lettering, some like fine detail work. Works amazing with, but it takes some getting used to, but I would recommend purchasing one. Hopefully you found that somewhat helpful. Sorry for all the talking, but if you have any questions whatsoever, leave a comment below and I will try to help you out. If you are not yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. I got a bunch of different carving stuff on the way, so thank you guys for watching.
Mm-hmm.